Hello guys, Josh here, welcome back to the Josh W Buses and Trains YouTube channel, and of course we have a sit down video today. Welcome back to Past, Present and Future. Today we're having a look at Pilning Railway Station. Whee! Let's get started. So first let's talk a bit of background of Pilning. So it's a minor station on the South Wales Main Line near the place called Pilning. It's about 10 miles away from Bristol Temple Meads, and it's the last station before the Severn Tunnel Junction towards Wales. It's managed by Great Western Railway, who provide the only 2 train services a week from the station. Originally opened, so this is a bit of past now, originally opened by the Bristol and South Wales Union Railway in 1863, but resited in 1886 when the Severn Tunnel was opened. Originally, the station had an extensive goods yard, boasting one of the largest railway communities in the Bristol area, and operated a motor rail service to Wales. In 1928, the original station was reopened on the Severn Beach line, which allowed passengers and freight to reach Avonmouth docks, though this only lasted until 1964. The goods yard was closed in 1965, and the station buildings were later demolished, with very little in the way for facilities. Passenger services also declined to 2 trains a day in the 1970s to the eventual 2 trains per week, the current service level, in 2006. Now, the station's footbridge was removed in 2016 as part of the Great Western Main Line electrification project, meaning that only eastbound trains could use the station. Campaigners had alleged this is an attempted closure by stealth, although the incident raised the station's profile nationally. Now, it is one of the least used stations in Britain, but passenger numbers have increased in recent years due to the efforts by the Pilning Station Group. Now, I'm going to read some passenger numbers out from the Office of Rail and Road. So 2019-2020, it had 710 passengers. 2020 to 2021, it had a heavy decline down to just 210 passengers. So, bit iffy there. So, it rose again to 418 in 2021-2022, before dropping again to 338 in 2022-2023, eventually to 330 in the last year of 2023-2024. So, back to description. So Pilning Railway Station is located in the Pilning area of South Gloucestershire, around 2 miles north of the North Conurbation. The surrounding area is primarily farmland, with the village itself some 0.75 miles further west. The station is on the South Wales Main Line between Bristol Parkway and Newport. 9 miles, around 42 chains from Bristol Temple Meads, and 116 miles, or 51 chains, away from London Paddington via Bristol Parkway. West of Pilning, the railway descends into a cutting and then into the Severn Tunnel, emerging in Wales at Severn Tunnel Junction, 6 miles, 76 chains away. The next station to the east is Patchway, 3 miles or 46 chains distant. The station sits on an embankment with a bridge over the road east of the station, over an irrigation channel at the west. Now, the railway has 3 tracks. From north to south, these are the up tunnel towards Bristol, the down tunnel towards Wales, and the down Pilning Loop, also towards Wales. A 4th track, the up Pilning Loop, ends just west of the station, and all 3 tracks through the station are unidirectional, or unidirectional, whatever. Yeah, unidirectional. The 2 tunnel lines have a 90 miles per hour speed limit, while the loop has a speed limit of 40 miles per hour. The line is electrified using OHW overhead wires. Despite there being 3 tracks, Pilning only has a single platform in use, platform 1 on the north side of the line. It is 120 metres long and serves trains towards Bristol. The old down platform, platform 2, sits between the down tunnel and down Pilning Loop, but is no longer accessible to the public. It's 121 metres long, and there's an old brick station building on platform 1, but it's not in railway use any longer. Infrastructure owner Network Rail has a compound at the station. Facilities at Pilning are extremely basic. The platform, which is covered by CCTV, has a bus stop style shelter on it, as well as customer help points, which at the time of visiting in my Exploring Stations episode were not working. And timetable boards provide service information, but there are no facilities for buying tickets. The car park is permanently closed, as it is for that private whatever next door, as of 2024, and newly installed locked gates prevent access to the site other than on foot or cycle, but I believe they were open at the time we went to allow vans on site. The payphone has now been removed, and access via a long ramp is from the main road. Pilning is consistently one of the least used stations in Britain, recording fewer than 50 annual passengers several times between 1997 and 2015. Numbers have since increased as a factor of 10 thanks in parts of campaigns by the Pilning Station Group. However, as of 2017-18, it was the 35th least used station of 2,559 in Britain. So in terms of the services at Pilning, it's operated and managed only by Great Western Railway. It's a parliamentary service of 2 trains per week, operating as of the December 2019 timetable, being the Saturday 08:32 and 14:32 services, both from Cardiff Central towards Bristol, and then Penzance in the morning, and only as far as Taunton in the afternoon. So the standard journey time from Bristol to Bristol Temple Meads is around 20 minutes, and to Taunton is around 80 minutes. Services at Pilning are formed of Great Western Railway IET units, I believe. The Cardiff to Penzance, it was on the day we did it. Despite due to there being no westbound trains, a fare easement is in place, allowing passengers to travel to Seven Tunnel Junction in order to return eastbound to Pilning. And rail replacement buses do not call at Pilning in the event of engineering works. Taxis would be providing instead. So Great Western Railway services between London, Paddington and South Wales pass through Pilning non-stop throughout the day. 2 trains per hour in each direction on weekdays, 1 train per hour in each direction on weekends. Other Great Western Railway services between Cardiff and Taunton or Portsmouth Harbour also pass through non-stop at the station, being 2 trains per hour in each direction, Monday to Saturday. Friday. And then weekends, it's 1 train per hour in each direction. Freight trains also operate through Pilning, roughly 2 per hour each way, with many transporting coal between Bristol and South Wales. So the preceding station is Seven Tunnel Junction, and the following station is Patchway on the Great Western Railway, Taunton to Cardiff Central. Serves Saturdays only, eastbound only, with a limited service. Of course, we spoke about the BSWUR, the Bristol and South Wales Union Railway, which was around 1863 to 1868 before being amalgamated with Great Western Railway from 1868 to 1886. Now, the preceding station was Patchway, as it is now, but the following station would have been New Passage, which provided access up to a ferry across before the Seven Tunnels' existence. And of course, Pilning used to be broken into Pilning High Level and Pilning Low Level. Now, although the BSWUR may travel from Bristol to Wales easier, the change from train to ferry to train was inconvenient, and so plans to build the tunnel under the Severn was considered even before the railway opened. Parliamentary permission was gained in 1872, with construction beginning in 1873. Now, Daniel Gooch, the Great Western Railway chairman, and other directors visited Pilning in 1884 as part of an inspection tour of the works. The route to the tunnel diverged from the New Passage line 35 chains east of Pilning, necessitating the building of a replacement station on the new line, approximately 100 yards south of the original. The new station opened the first passenger service through the tunnel on the 1st of December 1886. Due to this, the New Passage branch, including the original station, was closed to passengers the same day, despite requests from local residents that a reduced service continued to operate. The route remained in good use to allow trains to deliver coal to the Seven Tunnel pumping station, which was on a spur off the New Passage route. The new station was built on an embankment, and it would eventually be known as Pilning High Level. So that would have been Patchway to Seven Tunnel Junction. Then Pilning Low Level, of course, in 1900, the Great Western Railway built a new branch from the route to New Passage running along the banks of the Severn to the docks at Avonmouth. This allowed trains to travel via the original station at Pilning and avoid congestion along the line via central Bristol. The line was single track throughout, but Pilning had a passing loop and 2 loop sidings adjacent to the line. The loop was capable of holding a train of 60 wagons, while the sidings could hold 52 and 48 wagons. A brick signal box, Pilning branch box, more commonly known as Low Level, was opened adjacent to the level crossing in 1970. It had 10 levers controlling the crossing and the eastern end of the passing loops, the western end being controlled by a ground frame. The level crossing had manually controlled grates, requiring the signaller to leave the signal box in order to operate. So, post-privatisation. The British rail network was privatised in the 1990s. The infrastructure, including stations, became property of Railtrack in 1994 and subsequently transferred to Network Rail in 2002. Bristol area passenger services were franchised to Wales and West in 1997, succeeded by Wessex Trains of National Express in 2001. The Wessex franchise was amalgamated with the Great Western franchise into the Greater Western franchise from 2006, and responsibility passed to First Great Western, a subsidiary company of First Group, rebranded into Great Western Railway in 2015. Services continued at 2 per day under Wales and West and Wessex trains. However, the Greater Western franchise of 2006 specified only 2 trains per week at Pilning, and so the service was reduced from Cardiff to Bristol on Saturday morning and back the same afternoon. The station, isolated and with a skeleton service, was one of the least used stations in the country, with less than 100 passengers per year. Despite the low patronage, there was local interest in the station. The Pilning Station Group, founded by local resident Jonathan King in the 1980s, campaigned for an increase in services. Upon King's death in 2014, a small plaque dedicated to him was added to the brick abutment of the footbridge. The group devised challenges for people to travel from Pilning on the morning train, get as far as possible, and return on the evening train. The group also successfully campaigned for an extra train to call in support for a local music festival. Of course, on the 5th of November, the footbridge, 2016 of course, the footbridge at Pilning was demolished by Network Rail as part of the GWML electrification project, as the bridge was too low for overhead wires and the low passenger numbers did not justify a replacement, which meant that the westbound platform was no longer accessible and had to be closed, meaning that the final train called there on the 10th of September. Now, it was called a closure by stealth, with Network Rail not apologising, but they did put a fares easement in place that was already mentioned as well. So the historical railways, Wales and West was on the South Wales Main Line, 1997 to 2001, preceding station Patchway, following station Seven Tunnel Junction, and Wessex trains on the South Wales Main Line, 2001 and 2006. Now, there have been a number of incidents at Pilning as well, but we won't delve into that. In terms of future, service improvements at Pilning are supported by both the Pilning Station Group and Friends of Suburban Bristol Railways. While Severn Beach Railway Station is nearby, Pilning potentially offers much quicker access to Bristol and Wales. Now, of course, I did walk the distance. It takes about an hour to walk between Severn Tunnel and Pilning, and then about half an hour from Severn Tunnel to Pilning Village. So it is doable to go from Bristol Temple Meads into Severn Tunnel railway station and then either catch a stagecoach bus or walk it into Pilning Village. So a higher service really isn't needed, but into Wales it could be needed. But of course, the trains that stop there don't go to Wales. So the campaigners note that 25,000 jobs are due to be created in the area as part of the Westgate development, and that a new junction on the M49 motorway could allow for a park and ride type station named Pilning Parkway. Requests for an extra services have, however, been rebuffed, with Great Western Railway stating that Pilning's location on the main line means that stopping trains negatively impact journey times for long-distance services. The South East Wales and West of England Business Link, a plan to improve connectivity between Newport and Weston-super-Mare, proposes replacing the existing station with one 900 metres further west, where the B4055 Crosshands Road crosses the railway. The site is within the village of Pilning, offering better road access and bus interchange. The railway at this point is 4-track, allowing stopping trains to be overtaken by fast trains. The plan won the Oliver Lovell Award for Best New Group at the 2018 Rail Future Awards. There is expected to be increases in the number of trains passing through Pilning in the years to 2043, with a predicted service of 10 passenger trains and up to 2 freight trains per hour in each direction. Network Rail estimate that 15 trains per hour in each direction could use the route if European Train Control System signalling was implemented. Thank you very much for watching past, present and future of Pilning Railway Station. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more videos on this series. Of course, I have got a big gap in time where I haven't got enough time to film proper videos, so there'll be more past, present and future, as well as more sit-down videos. Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe for more past, present and future episodes, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.